Hey guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on this Sentey Extreme Division GS-6000 II OPTIMUS mid-tower computer case. This case has a steel body with some plastic and a very interesting design all around the front, and some mesh grille for ventilation. It measures 7.48 inches wide, 18.31 inches tall, and 19.09 inches deep. At the top we have your power button, reset button, and some cool red trim that goes all the way to the top of the case, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. Below that we have your card reader, USB 3.0 port, your headphone and microphone jacks, USB 2.0 port, and a fan speed control dial. If turned all the way to the left, we'll turn off the fan. And here we have your three 5¼ inch drive bays and a 3.5 inch hard drive bay. The top bay cover does have a button. If pushed, will eject your optical drive, and it is a spring-loaded design, so it will open and close with your drive tray. Now here we have an LED strip that will light up blue plugged in, and behind it a pre-installed 120mm blue LED fan. On the side we have a nice slice of window here and some ventilation holes, as well as mounting points for two 120mm fans. Finally, on the back, we have another pre-installed 120mm blue LED fan, some grommets for threading your cables through or your water cooling tubes, a knockout for your input-output shield on your motherboard, 7 expansion slots, and a power supply mount on the bottom. At the top of the case, we do have some more of that sweet red trim and some thin design ventilation, as well as some more mesh grille. And below that, you can mount two 120mm fans. On the bottom, we have some raised feet for airflow, some ventilation holes for where your hard drive cage sits, and a removable dust filter. Give me a second. Here's some ventilation holes for where your power supply is, and also mounting points for an 80mm or a 120mm fan. Here's a look at the right side of the case. First, let's take off these thumb screws. The panel is relatively easy to remove. There we go. Over here we have a cutout for your aftermarket heatsink, some holes to thread your cables through, and tie down points to manage all those cables. And now for a look at the interior of the case. It is fully painted black, which is always a nice feature, and is compatible with micro ATX as well as ATX motherboards. Here's a look at your rear exhaust fan with its Molex plug, and here are a bunch of its cables. These are the front panel connectors. We have your USB 3.0 pass-through cable, your audio cable, USB 2.0 cable, and here are your power reset and LED plugs, which they've nicely zip-tied for you, so it's much neater. As for these plugs, this is your 4-pin connector for your card reader at the front of the case, Molex plugs for the fan speed dial, and this one is for your front fan. And finally, this one is to power the LED strip at the front of the case. On this side, we have your 5¼ inch drive bays. It is a toolless design, just twist to remove. And below that, we have your 4 3.5 inch drive mounts. There are mounting points for 2.5 inch drives, and they've included a 60mm fan for you, as well as its Molex plug. And if you would like to cool all your drives, they give you the option to mount additional 60mm fans. These are the accessories included in the box. We have your product warranty and your user manual, PCI bracket, and this is a bracket to lock your side panel, some cable ties, motherboard speaker, and finally a bag full of your motherboard standoffs and your various mounting screws. Here's a demo of the LEDs on the case. We have the strip of LED at the front of the case and the blue LED fan just behind it. And here's a look at your rear fan. That wraps up our overview on this Sentey Extreme Division GS-6000 II OPTIMUS mid-tower computer case. I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.